And welcome back live to WomenMoneyAndPower.com. I'm Cathy DeWitt Dunn. Thank you so much for joining our show today. Well, we've got some really interesting and great information to talk to you a little bit about today, especially given that this bull market is 5 years in the making, and typically, on average, they last about 3.8 years. So there's a lot of fear in this marketplace, but there's a great solution on how you can have principal protection, some great returns, and not have to worry about your retirement in future years. And today I'm joined with Bruce Avellanet.
Great to be here, Cathy.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, just take a look at our studio table here today. All the articles on all the fear, on everything that's happening. And also, if you take a look, one of the things that they were talking about, one of the financial writers, Bruce, was the fact that the NASDAQ is almost close to 5,000. That's a 14-year high. Remember the dot-com bust?
Oh, yeah, late 99. It hit 5,000 in a little bit and almost instantly cratered.
There's just a lot of trepidation, I think, and fear in this marketplace. But how can you take advantage, Bruce? I mean, a lot of people right now are really they're powerless. They're actually paralyzed.
I was going to say paralyzed. It's hey, I'm finally back up where I was. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm sick of watching it, and I'm finally okay with opening my statements again. And I remember back 08, 09, people would come in with stacks of statements and be afraid to open them. They didn't want to see what was in there.
They didn't open them. They'd actually bring them in. Remember, they used to have little shopping bags and bring them in? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that this time around, especially we're all a little bit older.
You got to pay attention because you don't have as much time to make it up if you lose it. And I'm amazed to see some of the articles we were just looking at that some of the advisors are saying, oh, stay in, it's going to be okay, it's going to go on up. It's 16,000, it's going to go to 18,000. And in fact, if you take into account inflation, it really should go to 21,000 before it corrects. And I'm like, do I really want to take a chance? Because you just mentioned the average bull market is 3.8 years, and we're just the other day hit 5 years with this market. I'm a little bit more cautious than that.
Well, let me tell you the reason I love the fixed index annuities, especially the ones that have such high monthly caps. And we're not talking annualized, we're talking monthly caps. So let's just say that we're wrong. Let's say that this market goes to 18,000.
Okay.
Well, heck. Wouldn't you like to make between 2 to 2.5% per month and lock it in and have it become your principal?
Exactly. The indexes we just looked at made over 14% in that year, February of 12 to February of 13 to February of 14. Over 14% net in the monthly sum, and you could do it again.
Well, and also take a look. Let's just go back to December. December's not typically a great month because of retail sales and consumer
the traders
confidence.
Take off for Christmas.
Right, exactly. So December 12 to December 2013, the S&P 500 index with the monthly caps, the returns were 15.5%, and also on the NASDAQ close to 21%. So I don't have to be right or wrong in the annuities.
That's right.
I just have to make sure I've got a monthly cap to make money.
Exactly.
So if the market were to reset,
which it will.
It will.
And
so
we don't have to time it.
Well, and the other thing, too, is you get to reap the benefit of all of that indexing power going down.
That's right.
And then it's going to ratchet up and come back up.
And that's a good point. A lot of people, and it's a little bit of a confusing concept of what do you mean if the market goes down, I don't lose? Because your principal is guaranteed in each year after you've been credited your monthly caps or in your monthly sum of all those caps. You ratchet up and you have a new higher principal, you cannot lose it.
Well, the thing that doesn't lock in is the index. That's the tricky one, okay? So let me explain that to you. So back in 2008, well, just for simplicity, the market was at 16,000, okay, 2008. Right. October of 2009, the market came screeching down to about 6,500.
Right.
Well, if I had $100,000 in one of the fixed index annuities and it dropped to 6,500, how much should I have?
$100,000.
But the difference is they're not high water level products. I don't have to get back over the top to 16,000 to make money.
Right.
All I've got to do is crawl out of the bottom at 6,500 and every year make money.
All you cared about was that the index went up more months than it went down and add those up.
And that's all. And every year it all locks in. So right now the caps that we're working with through the month of March, and I cannot stress how important it is right now for you to get involved. And I remember I had somebody I had a CEO on our radio show years ago. He says, opportunity may be knocking, but you need to open the door.
Exactly.
And the thing for me right now is that I know the market eventually is going to come down, and I know the caps are going to go down. And you don't get into the annuities after the market's declined. You get into it right before the market declines. Now, Bruce, one more time, why?
Especially if you know the market's about to go down.
Right.
You know, even if it goes up another year, that's okay. But why do we want to get in before it goes down? Because the insurance companies are going to lower those caps once the market goes down. Why not lock in those higher monthly caps that are available to you now? Don't wait. Don't wait for it to crater. Don't wait to make a decision. We get a lot of people that, I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see. Well, when you wait and see, unfortunately, a whole lot of people lost a whole lot of money in 08, 09, back up to 2000, back up to, pick a year, 85 when I started in the business. We had a major correction in 85 and again in 87, 88.
Well, but you also have the opportunity right now to lock in on a monthly basis if the market is up between 2 and 2.5% per month times 12 months. I keep saying that because people come in, when you show them how it works, they're like, now that's per month. If the market's up, that's right. So it's so hard because everybody they're locked into this 1% or 2% ratio in their mind on fixed interest.
It's hard sometimes to lock in, I guess, on the concept that you've been hearing for years that you can only make 3 or 4% a year in annuities. That's not true. We're seeing rates currently 2 to 2.5% monthly, so you could make 24 to 26%.
Okay, so then all the people that are out there saying you can only make 3 or 4% in the annuities, I'm like, okay, well, you need to go back to multiplication class, right? When you were in elementary school. Okay, let's take the worst case scenario. 2% times 12 is
24.
Right. So 3 or 4% is not our model. Now, yes, at some of the big brokerage firms, that's all that they have available to them. But that's not what we have available to them.
That's exactly
But there's
right.
a great opportunity, especially for people right now that are over the age of 59 and a half, Bruce, that are working at their current employer. They can roll their funds out. It's a non-taxable event. It's an in-service transfer. So they can get out before possibly this correction could happen with all of the money that they've been contributing.
Let's say that again. So if I'm 59 and a half or older and I'm working somewhere where I have a company 401k, even if there's a match or not, I can do what's called an in-service transfer, move that money into one of these products with no tax consequences and no expenses, and continue to contribute to my 401k, and then once a year transfer that out into the fixed indexed annuity.
Absolutely. And you know what? Great point. We've had so many people, Lockheed, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, a couple of other very large companies this past week. There's a big group that's laying off in Grand Prairie. We've had a lot of people with pension buyouts, people that are able to roll over their pension funds versus taking that annuity option.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Do not give up control of your asset if you're getting a pension buyout. Don't let them pay you out monthly.
Absolutely. You know, we're going to go to a quick break, but call us today. We have an office in Fort Worth. We have an office in Dallas. Schedule your free appointment. Find out about all these great options. Find out about the monthly cap. Find out how the 2% to 2.5% per month works, how the different strategies can apply, and make sure that you take advantage right now in the event that this market should come down or if it should go up. Let us show you how you can protect your principal, make some good returns, and to have peace of mind after this right now or during this 5-year plus bull market. Call us right now. Schedule that appointment, 972-473-4700. That's 972-473-4700. I'm Cathy DeWitt Dunn. We'll be right back.